I say my first words, I want to acknowledge a dear friend who has been fighting for this community for over 30 years. He was walking these streets before any of you or some of you were born, fighting for justice and freedom. He's here today. He's one of the greatest activists this city has ever seen. Y'all say hello to Albertus Simmons, Mr. Albertus Simmons. Right there. I want to thank you all for being here today. And I want to thank the organizers. Raise your hand if you're part of the organizing crew. These young brothers and sisters have worked hard. Thank you. They said, Mayor, we said we're not going to tear up our city. We want to march peacefully. We want to be successful. We want our voices heard. Yeah. They are college graduates. They are college students. They are professionals or counselors or volunteers in the community. They have showed up because they care enough to be here just like you. Yeah. Give them another round of applause. My message is brief. I know, to take a point from Quincy, it's easy to march. It's easy to talk. But the real success of this movement is when it's over. That you're willing to say, here am I. Send me. I'll show up in the room. I'll sit in planning sessions. We'll sit on Zoom. We'll figure this out. If we're all tired of talking, yes, it's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. And so this is a vigil. I want you to just raise your right hand for a moment. There's a reason why we raise our right hand: in reverence, in respect, to submit. Is because the Lord once said, for I, your Lord, will take your right hand and say, fear not, I will help you. And so every time you think about George Floyd, raise your right hand. Every time you think about Philando Castile, raise your right hand. Every time you think about what can I do to make a difference, raise your right hand. Think about what you can do with God's help, with the elected officials who are prepared to make a difference. Raise your right hand. You can put it down now, and I'm going to leave you with this. Tonight, yes, we ought to thank our police officers for guiding us along that parade path. Thank you, Denver Police Department. Thank you, Chief Payson, for walking with us. Thank you, Director Murphy Robinson, for walking with us. Thank you, all the police, for keeping us safe. Now, we know we have men and women who make mistakes, but they don't represent the majority of our police department. We will continue to fight to do what's right. Hold each other accountable. You have my word. We got work to do. And guess what? I'm glad you're speaking back, because these are not easy conversations. But guess what? We will stand and we will say, yes, Black Lives Matter in every conversation for safety of this community. But we've got to believe and trust in everyone and each other. That Black Lives Matter, that Latino lives matter, that Asian lives matter, that women matter. Every one of us matter. And until we sit down and we're raw and honest about our own biases, we'll never make a difference. I'm proud to stand with you today. Chief Payson was proud to stand with you. And we'll continue to stand with you. But the key is we got to have those honest, real conversations about the changes we need to see in our community. Right? Right? Real honest. And before we leave, I want you to think about this. That young lady in New York who threatened to call the police on that black man? She was, listen to this for a moment. She was a registered Democrat. She was a liberal. She was a very well-known supporter of President Barack Obama. But the moment she felt threatened, implicit bias came forward. That's the kind of raw, honest face with ourselves and each other we gotta have. So let's commit to doing it. You have my word. Danny, Quan, and my entire administration will stand with you and will sit with you to figure out what we can do better to make this city safer and better for everyone. For everyone. We honor you, you're worthy, and you matter. God bless you. Thank you for